Meet Chase, the owner of Sanctioned, one of the biggest sneaker stores in the Midwest that hasn't gone out of business. In this video, I want to find out how he went from collecting shoes as a kid to owning one of the biggest sneaker stores in Missouri. Because while most sneaker stores around him have been closing due to a changing, saturated market, Chase is still standing. So what does Chase know that everyone else doesn't? Let's find out.
What's going on? Chase Callahan, owner of Sanctioned Sneaker Collective here in St. Louis. We got a bunch of new, used, pre-owned, clean, not clean, dirty, doesn't matter. We got it all. Everything you can need in a sneaker store, we got it. I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like. Come on in.
And what got you into reselling?
Yeah, so I collected when I was little. I mean, all the way from last I remember, probably 5th grade. And just continued to build up that collection, build up the love. My mom would always go on sneaker runs with me. So it was like a thing me and her did to bond. And it just kind of got super overwhelming, just getting a bunch of random shoes. I was like, well, what do I do with them now? I can't wear them all. And so then I started reselling them. I was probably 10, 11, 12, meeting up with, grown adults selling shoes, which was actually awesome because now that I have the store, I still know all those guys. So I was networking without even knowing it. And just a passion of family mixed in with just fashion and sneakers kind of just divulged into something bigger than what I thought it was going to be.
So like a side hobby turned into a real business.
Oh, hell yeah, yeah. I wasn't even, funny enough, I actually stopped buying, collecting, just doing anything with shoes in high school. As one does in high school, football and girls and everything else. Like you kind of lose, that. But once COVID started, I was at home. I was not going to go to first semester of college because campuses were closed. So I was like, let's get back into shoes. So I actually threw a sneaker convention in St. Louis called Laced Up. And I met my first business partner in this business there as a vendor. And so me and him just kind of wanted to recreate the vibe of almost like a sneaker show, but weekends. So basically almost do like a pop-up sneaker event every single weekend. And we're like, well, that's pretty much just a store.
So you guys were at another location before this.
Yeah, so Chesterfield Mall was the first start. We opened up prime COVID, November of 2020, because we were going to always be here, but it wasn't ready for us yet. They were still actually building the entire foundry, white boxing it, all that fun stuff. So we were there for about a year, and then we finally moved into our permanent home in, 2022 of September. So we've been in here for now 4 years.
4 years.
Wow.
You got a lot of inventory. So how much does it take to start something like this?
So it didn't always look like this, right? But I personally, first store ever, probably about 150 pairs. Like, and looking at this, that's nothing. And then my business partner, Jared, probably about had 200-ish. So, 350 pairs. Put in a, little store, space them out, made it look good. And what we did at the beginning, too, to make up for the lack of inventory, we actually brought on resellers to sell in store. So just like you would at a sneaker convention, we would have a vendor or a reseller come in and almost set up their own display within the store. So they would get this section of shelving. Let's say they had this. They could display their shoes however they wanted, price however they wanted. So it would literally just be like a pop-up sneaker show. And we had about 9 to start out with. That grew to 10, 20, 30. We'd get them rotating in and out every single week. And then kind of once me and Jerry were able to grow the inventory ourselves, they kind of grew away from the company. But I mean, still, 2 of the guys that did it with us actually opened their own store where we were at once we left. And then in the outlet mall. So we like to think that we started, a store and helping them out. And a lot of resellers give them the opportunity to get their name out there, sell shoes, have fun, and just literally that was the whole point.
So a lot of resellers come in here and sell
100%. Yeah, we actually had a guy from Farmington, Missouri, which is like 2 hours away.
Farmington.
Yeah, it's way south of us in kind of little middle of nowhere, Missouri. But he probably bought 50 pairs of shoes out of our $100 and below bid.
Oh, so he didn't sell you guys?
Oh, no, he bought. Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, our prices are good enough to where if you're a reseller, you can make money, 100%.
Same condition, how much do you think it would go for?
So a used pair like that on GOAT, you're probably looking anywhere between 150 to 180 usually. So we try to be about 20% under market on majority of the shoes. And then on brand new, what we do, what most stores don't, we actually price match StockX. So no matter what, if our
before fees or after?
So after fees. So we're matching whatever you were paying on StockX after all that. You don't have to deal with shipping. You don't have to deal with unauthentic items. We know.
show me some of your best sellers and
let's do it.
Yeah.
All the shoes you see pre-owned, you have the ability to clean up and then hopefully resell them for a better price than what you bought them for. If you were. So this whole basket is all pre-owned, either markdowns, steals, shoes that we got for whatever, but 100 and below. Like you can see, I mean, a $30 shoe. Not a lot of resale stores have $30 shoes.
Yeah.
So $25.
And it's cool
25.
because a lot of these are smaller sizes. So
100%.
Like middle schoolers can walk in, high schoolers can walk in and get something fresh for cheap.
Exactly.
Under $100, it's looking like.
Yep. I mean, Jordan 1s for 35, Jordan 11s for 90 bucks. Like that, we try to keep this the most stock more than anything. Obviously, because that reseller bought probably 100 pairs out of here the other day.
Wow.
It's a little low, but we'll restock it again. I'll always keep pricing stuff low so everyone has the opportunity to get new kicks, clothes, accessories, whatever it might be.
Do you think that's one of the reasons why your store is sticking out, maybe in St. Louis compared to other stores?
Oh, 100%. Yeah. $100 and below basket. That's my bread and butter. We did just recently move into vintage. We also do sell modern clothing as well, but we did move a little bit more into the vintage game. Actually, we bought out a store in Quincy named Q-Town Kicks. Actually, the owner is right there. So,
What's up, man?
Me and him collaborated a little bit. He sold me all of his vintage, a lot of his inventory from his store, and we were able to bring it here and almost kind of mesh stores together a little bit. Yeah, now he's helping me with the online game. So we're moving to like eBay because we don't have a huge online presence except Instagram and Facebook, and that's just for general marketing. But as far as sales platforms, we're not on anything except Whatnot. So me and him are working together to try to get some more revenue streams coming in. And again, we just have so much stuff. I think people outside of St. Louis could appreciate our steals and deals. So that's what we're working on now. And that's what I brought Alex in with me on after I bought his store. We also are moving still to hype clothing. So your typical Supreme, purple jeans are huge in St. Louis, and Kasubi jeans are huge in St. Louis. Palm Angels. I mean, any brand you could think of that is in that streetwear hype designer line, that's where we try to thrive in. And again, just like shoes, I always prefer weirdly pre-owned clothing too. It's cheaper, quick turnaround, people can afford it. And then we got, of course, it's St. Louis. You got to have your Air Forces. So that's another big seller for us, especially the Supremes. All white, all black Supreme Air Forces. I probably go through 3 size runs a month. So that we consistently keep in stock. And then just other kind of random color Air Forces. St. Louis loves them. And then lastly, we got a lot of just like other brand new miscellaneous. And I also think, like we were saying, what kind of separates us from other stores.
Yeah.
We buy anything. Like truly, we'll buy almost every shoe. If we think it makes sense at price-wise, we'll buy it. So we actually carry older Nike basketball. We carry older Yeezys, Asics. We try to have everything available no matter what. And a lot of these stores now, they only focus on what's hype. They only focus on what's new, what's coming out. Yeah. We go, I mean, blast from the past. You know, what the KD5s,
wow.
Oregon PEs, foam posits, what the Kobe 10s, like just stuff you don't see at every other sneaker store.
Yeah.
We try to at least have something in it because this also isn't just a store. We want it to be an experience and almost like a museum in a sense. Like we want people to walk through here and be like, wow, I've never seen that shoe. That's dope. And now they know about it. They're going to learn about it. We're separate from someone else. We have cool shit. People can come in and see cool shit, especially the people coming from out of town. In the Foundry area, it's a lot of tourists, people who don't know about shoes. So them walking in here, I mean, it's a whole different experience.
Yeah.
So being able to provide that is huge for us.
So I think I asked earlier, but how much does it cost to start a store?
Yeah. So it all depends on kind of what you're trying to do. If you're trying to just go blow out, I'm gonna go buy $100,000 worth of inventory and just put it on a wall. Mm-hmm. You can get up there. That's why funny enough, we did the cheapest way humanly possible.
Yeah.
We got one of the cheapest storefronts in the world, possibly in St. Louis. And then we had our vendors pay a monthly, there's a monthly fee, I guess, to be
like
in store.
Barbershop.
Exactly.
Yeah.
There you go. And so they paid our rent, they paid bills, they paid everything on top of a little bit of commission.
Wow.
So all we did was kind of just sit back and relax. Now with the store, or with the way the store operates now, this is all my inventory. This is all things that are owned by me. I would say nowadays, expensive.
Yeah.
It's not fun. But
five figures plus.
Yeah, it's monthly. It's around that.
And if you're constantly growing, I mean,
100%.
it's hard not to put your money right back.
100%.
150 to 300 shoes a week is what you're buying?
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you mainly sourcing these shoes?
So funny enough, 85%, I'll say even higher, probably 90% of it is people coming in store and selling us their shoes. There's very rare times where we will source shoes from call Whatnot, eBay, any online platform, just because we get so much volume in here.
What's changed the most since you started?
Yeah,
selling?
there's been a lot. As far as the store goes, I would definitely say the actual inventory itself, as far as clothing goes. When we first moved to the foundry, we teamed up with a company called Hustle City. And Hustle City actually recruited local vendors and clothing designers to sell their product in store, just like with shoes, but local clothing.
Wow.
So we did that partnership for about 3 years. And then when I officially took over the entire company, I just realized that it wasn't a lane that was profitable enough for not just us, but also the consigners. So I actually ended that program, and that's when we started selling secondhand clothing and brand new clothing to replace that. So that's a big difference. We're still working with that team. We actually throw concerts in here. We have comedy shows. We have talent shows. I mean, shit, we've thrown every party you could think of in this building.
Wow.
And they're actually awesome with that. We do a game night every Friday night to where we open till midnight, and we got games set up, and people just come in and kick it.
Every Friday?
Every Friday,
So if we came here on Friday, what would the game be?
It'd be bumping. So you'd have Uno here, spades over there. You'd have 2 Xboxes hooked up. You'd have music blaring, an open bar. It's a good time.
And I bet there's a lot of positive feedback that comes from doing all these good things around the city.
Yeah.
People are probably recurring and coming back, and word of mouth, and now everybody's just continuing to come back and show love to the
100%.
spot.
Yeah, we hear. I mean, we hear the good, the bad, the ugly. It's more good than the bad and the ugly, right? I would say the biggest thing that we get is, funny enough, even after being here 6 years, we still get people coming in saying, my friend just told me about this store. Like, and that's always my favorite experience is that first time shopper, getting the real vibe of it. Because we're not just here just to get their money, right? Yeah. We're here to provide that experience. So yeah, me and Alex actually started, again, he was one of those resellers that the store wanted to attach to, just because he was younger when we met him. He knew his shit. He was, funny enough, a lot of the resellers nowadays aren't as, he would sell me pairs. He would buy pairs from me. Any sneaker show, we would sit there and kind of just talk for, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours, and just talk about how it's going. Once he started his store, nothing but love and support from a distance. He was in Quincy, which is a good bit away from here. So we weren't able to kind of see each other on a consistent basis. I noticed that he was closing down shop, and I followed him on his Whatnot, on his Instagram, supported everything just because, again, the kid's a killer. So I knew that I wanted to do something involved with him just because I knew he'd be a huge asset to the team. And when I saw he was closing down his store, reached out to him, said, hey, let me know what you got.
It was probably the easiest buyout I've ever been a part of. I mean, selling a store is not easy whatsoever. Quincy was great. I loved my store, but Quincy wasn't big enough with the way the sneaker world is right now. Yeah. It just wasn't ideal. And then we had some landlords come and screw us out of some things. So we decided it was time to get out. And when I came to Chase, it was, like I just said, it was probably the easiest deal we've done. I think each of us knows exactly what we pay for what. Yeah. So whenever I'm buying and I know it's going to Chase, I know exactly what he's going to pay. Yeah. And I know exactly what he needs, except for the last buyout he did. Yeah, fucker.
Yeah, he still sources about anywhere between 50 to 100 used pairs for me every 2 weeks-ish. So he's still doing it just for the fucking love of the game. And, you know, he's not making a fortune off it, but he still gets to do what he loves, which is buy shoes and network. And then he just brings them all to me and sells me for double the fucking price.
Where are you buying shoes like this?
I'm just buying people's collections that are trying to get rid of things. Yeah. So I'll take it anywhere up from a Travis, and then they'll have bullshit that other resellers aren't taking this. Yeah. I'll throw them in, and then I'll make sure Chase gets stuck with them after I sell them.
What you have coming for the future? Online stuff. I know you said you're doing Whatnot. You want to cross-listing platforms. So go ahead and talk to me about that and your future plans.
Yeah. So Chase brought me on as the basically outside sales guy, just to figure out how the hell we could sell shoes other than just the store. So started on Whatnot. I did Whatnot with Q-Town, and we did honestly very decent. But Whatnot started declining for most people, so if you're a small or middle guy on Whatnot, it got very difficult. Those big guys kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's who everyone goes to. So us both being those middle guys with, I don't know, 20,000 followers each, like, it got tough. So Whatnot started out pretty well, and we just saw each show sales were getting worse and worse and worse and worse. We didn't think it was an us thing.
Yeah.
So we're like, let's give it a few more months. It's gotta get better.
Yeah.
Never.
Are you guys in a position where you guys just have such a big inventory already of vintage stuff, or you guys go by bales, or have people who go out and search for you? Or
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
Nice.
I've bought bales in the past. It's 100-pound bales. Bales are hit or miss.
I've
Some
heard.
are great. Some are not good. You don't know what you're getting. It's a mystery.
right,
box.
it's a risk. Yeah,
Gotten extremely lucky with some. Others not worth it. More of it's just curated. People have vintage resellers come in and just sell bulk. That way we don't have to take the time and go to the bins or go to the thrift store and
Sure,
look
sure.
online, because that's terrible as well. We both hate it.
yeah. They're their own
So
middleman.
having the resellers that can come in here, they know exactly what we pay. We can buy it from them. Vintage, you can get a lot of vintage really quick. And if you look around the store, we have so many racks
a lot, yeah,
with a whole lot of vintage. So like the online thing
different
we
categories.
said, if you go and look through every single piece on every single one of these racks, you're going to be in here for half an hour at least. So with having it all online where you can scroll and look at the pictures and look at the sizes or filter by your size, it'll be so much easier for the
Yeah.
customers. And that's what we want. We want
Convenience.
a convenience for the customer, a curated shopping experience that's not a pain in the ass for them.
Semi-limited to spacing of the of the store. Like me and Alex were
Sure.
talking the other day, we have no idea where we would put another rack. Like, it's just not
Mhm.
possible, and we still have tons of clothing that are not put out. So not having everything out hurts us. I mean, honestly, to a sense, you never know what that person will buy. You never know
Mhm.
what sales you're missing out on. So not just having the opportunity of having everything in store, but that will also allow us to have everything under one platform, to where even if you are in store and you're like, I just don't feel like looking, well, cool, here's our website, search your size, then you go, and then we'll go find it in store. So that'll help us a lot as well.
Are you guys needing to like expand, or do you guys already have enough space and backstock for everything to just switch straight to
Yes.
online platform?
Yeah. So as far as spacing goes, there is a sense of not wanting to overwhelm a customer. I don't do a very good job at that. I hear all the time there's just too much to look at. And that can actually hurt a sale sometimes,
yeah.
just because they can get overwhelmed. They're
Can't
like,
make
well,
a decision.
exactly. So as far as spacing goes, I don't think I want to add any more shelves, any more racks, anything like that. I think that's why I am so excited to do the online, because I can add inventory to the store itself without having to add physical items that just give people another 30 minutes to an hour looking through. So I think that will help. There's always a want of expansion outside of St. Louis. Now, with that comes a whole new bag of worms, which is finding someone to hold down here. Alex, I'm trying to talk him into it. Trying to find even enough inventory to go still do that and have it big enough and successful enough to make an imprint on whatever city you're moving
Sure,
to.
different laws, yeah.
Yeah, or even just try to kind of flip the consumer to your store versus what they've been used to for the past who knows how many years. And I've always talked about Nashville. That'd be my kind of dream go-to second location if I were to do one. Once Alex signs that dotted line, then maybe we're in business. But yeah, I would say in St. Louis goes, we're pretty limited as far as adding anything more physical. So now that's why we thought it'd be the best just to go online, as well as always a thought in the back of the head of another location outside of St. Louis.
Sure, yeah.
Yep.
You're always flushing in old product for new as well.
100%.
Always
100%.
does.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that keeps people coming in is just new, and it doesn't even have to be like necessarily
New
newer
season.
release.
Yeah.
It could just be a new item that
New to
people
them.
haven't seen.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
We have an Instagram that we post literally every single item in this store has been on our Instagram story because we post it the day it comes in, and so making sure that that Instagram story is not the same thing that people saw yesterday, the day before, that's going to be huge. Because if people don't feel like you're getting the newest stuff or in consistent inventory in, they're going to go shop somewhere that does.
Sure. FOMO, yeah.
My mom owned a antique shop. So her big thing was staging. So staging is basically trying to figure out a bunch of inventory, collectibles, whatever, in a certain way that would either look good in like a house or anything else. So she kind of passed down that OCD staging to me, to where I just love a bunch of random shit, like in its own little collectible area. And so that's kind of how this wall came to be. And a lot of like random Supreme accessories, hats, because I don't have like the typical glass, checkout counters like most stores do. So I got that wall. So probably not the best for like actual shopping per se, but I just like random weird cool shit, and it separates the store from anyone else. Everything's always for sale. Yeah, the pictures on the walls, anything in the store is for sale. So I'll try to bring more older stuff that people don't see every day.
Yeah.
Like that piggy bank up top. Like it's a random $150 cool piggy bank that I thought was cool.
Okay.
And that was at my house. But then I get a random new Supreme or Bape accessory. I'm like, well, I'd rather have that at home. So I'll bring stuff like that in from time to time, just to keep the wall fresh, just like I'd like to do the inventory.
How long do you let inventory sit before you mark it down, do a sell, and how do you go about moving inventory that's been sitting?
Yeah, so I have two different ways of seeing it. I used to be really bad about it. I was always just like, it'll sell eventually, like for whatever I want it for.
Yeah.
Eventually it's going to happen. Luckily, I got out of that mindset. And at that point, they're almost sold to where they're more of like a memorabilia and like a display piece than an actual shoe to buy and wear.
Yeah.
Like a lot of like the shoes up top. Like all those are all shoes from our original store. Yes, they're technically for sale. I've had them since then, but at this point, they're cool displays. I'd rather have that than, an extra $30 in my pocket. But if I need to turn and burn inventory, a lot of it's the local resellers. Hopefully now it will be on the online platform, whether it's eBay, StockX, GOAT, especially for brand new inventory. We can just dump it on there and take whatever we got. Okay. Because nowadays in the sneaker industry, it is a ton of depreciation going around, especially like in the Jordan 1 market. So trying to navigate that, know what's worth dumping, you'll never know what a customer will come in store and buy. But since we do the price matching, it's sometimes not that big of a deal as far as brand new goes. Because if a Jordan 1 on StockX is $100 after fees and everything, I'm selling it at that whether I want to or not. Yeah. So it just kind of comes down to that.
Yeah,
yep.
100%. What is this big machine in your store, man?
So this is called a Keymaster. It's by Sega, who does all the arcade machines. But really, you'll see this in pretty much any larger sneaker store.
Okay.
We got it $5 for 2 plays. You throw your 5 in, and you literally just have to get the key in the slot of the prize you want to win. But we threw this in here not necessarily to make a bunch of money. We literally just want it for fun. Like we talk about the customer experience. That's all we want. People come in here, they throw some money in it. We pretty much break even on most of the prizes in there. We don't really make anything. We don't really lose anything. It's just fun. Gets people in the door. Gets people happy. Hopefully happy. Hopefully they're not mad that they lost a bunch of money in our Keymaster.
Yeah.
We can't control that, right? Hopefully they play and still leave happy.
All right. Which one do we go for? Which one do you think's the most valuable piece?
Shoot. I mean,
Kobe's?
Probably the Kobe's are the highest ticket item in there.
All right, let's try it.
Probably $250. Yeah, so you'll press and hold the button to make it go up.
Oh, okay, I see.
Letting go.
Oh, I have to line it up. Oh, yeah, I messed up.
That's why you too. You weren't that. You were
terrible.
not that far.
Yeah,
We
honestly.
see some pretty terrible plays.
Really.
All
right, Jeff.
Just tap it once, and they're like, "Cool, I'm good." You got one more?
Yeah.
Way.
Way.
30 minutes.
No way.
Damn, very low.
So that's why initially I even brought him on, and it was both of our ideas simultaneously. We were like, "Ooh, I could do whatnot for you," because I would just complain to him that I hated doing it myself. Yeah. And just him being on there and doing it as efficiently as he was, I was shocked because our first show we killed it, and then like you said, it was a consistent plateau down. But that wasn't for the lack of effort or personality. It's just kind of the way shit goes. Yeah, just the way shit goes. But yeah, Alex was the man and whatnot, and that's ultimately why I feel like me and him even got close. Was for that exact
app itself. Because shit, if I didn't have Whatnot, you'd have no reason to continue working here, like in all reality. So,
So thank you, Whatnot.
yeah, thank you, Whatnot. RIP, Sanctioned St, Whatnot,
For
pretty
now.
much. For now.
I appreciate you.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you for doing this.
Yeah.